My name is Gabe Mueller, and I am a music educator based in St. Louis, Missouri. I currently have a low brass studio of middle school and high school students. So I don't just teach trombone or baritone or whatever. In lessons, we focus more on musical lines and phrases and think more about music. Oftentimes, students and people in general are given too much information to think about. As a result, when you focus on just playing music, there's all the technical aspects and having a good sound. It happens as a result of focusing on the music. Yeah, you can't help but make good music when all you're thinking about is making good music.
Before I liked it, like I said, I started thinking it was more fun, but now I really like trombone and I really like music.
Our freshman year, we wanted to do an ensemble. So Gabe volunteered to help coach us, and we did really good. We got a 2 at districts our freshman year, me and Noah's freshman year. And then this year we got a 1 at state.
One of the things that I have in my studio is a monthly studio class. Anytime that you're learning something, it's helpful to know, I think it's helpful to know that you're not doing this alone. In studio class, we have a few people each time perform an etude or an audition piece that they're working on, or a solo. Every student gives feedback to the student who performed, saying, what went well, what did they hear that was good, and then what are some things that they can work on to make it even better.
The thing that I think Gabe has brought to Noah's trombone playing is offering him different opportunities than just playing what he's assigned to play. She's given him opportunities with a studio class where he could play with different students of different ages and different abilities. And so sometimes he might be better or sometimes not as good as other people, but he gets to kind of grow in the way of showing people how to play or learning from the way they play.
When I walk into class, I'm always nervous, but then by the time we start performing, everyone's really nice, and performing up there is easier than when I just walk into class and I'm really stressing about it, because they're all really nice and it's fun to perform with everyone else.
This is probably my favorite thing, is seeing the growth that my students have done. I have students when they started who didn't make a good sound, go from that to making just really beautiful sounds, really understand musical phrasing. It's a really cool thing to witness that progress and that growth. This year in particular, I had several students who made 1s at district solo and ensemble, and then they were able to go on to state solo and ensemble and made 1s at state solo and ensemble, and they're sophomores. You're not a senior and you're going to the highest level that you can in Missouri, and you're getting the highest rating that you can. That's pretty cool to see that.
I am the middle school band director at Francis Howell Middle School, and I teach 6th, 7th, and 8th grade band. When I first had Kendall take lessons with Gabe, I knew that she had a different approach to playing low brass. I have to say, I admit that I eavesdrop on the lessons whenever I can. It is different than a lot of brass playing is approached, but I see the outcome and I see how well my daughter has done with it. And so it's exciting.
To me, having a good relationship with a student is imperative. Otherwise, why would you listen to what I say? I try and stay very positive in my lessons and in the relationship with the student. They can feel safe to take risks and try something new, because that's how we grow, by pushing the envelope a little bit. One of the reasons that I teach in my students' houses is because I think having a relationship with the parents is just as important. It makes for easy conversation with everyone involved.
Noah was playing trombone, but it was more us saying, Noah, go practice. Noah, don't you think you ought to pick up your trombone? Noah, do you really like playing trombone even? And so he started taking lessons from Gabe. We noticed that he would take chances in what he was playing. So I guess I would say that he just became more interested in the music, more interested in the instrument itself.
One thing that I love about Gabe's studio is that not only does she focus on the students and the basic techniques of playing, but she builds a confidence in them and gives them opportunities to not just be confident players and perform in others, but she shows that music is a community. She does that by having her studio classes, letting the kids perform, small groups and ensemble, and then she's active and she's out performing, and she's not just teaching, she's modeling what she does, and that's one of the great things about Gabe and makes her a great teacher.
Teaching is like one of the coolest things that you can do in life, because you get to have an impact. I'm sorry that I'm crying. You get to have an impact on the student's life that they're not going to find anywhere else. Like, I know that I'm changing the lives of all of my students.
So in middle school, I was always the only girl in the low brass section. So all through 3 years, I was the only girl, and I hated it. You know, I had no one really I felt like I could talk to. I got to high school and I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many other girls and everything. And then I found out that I had a lessons teacher who was a girl also. So I felt like I really could do something that not everyone can do. Like, I felt like more included.
She was kind of like someone to be there who helped me musically, but also like as a person through music.
To me, lessons aren't just about music. It's about how to be a good person, how to be a good human, how to relate with other people and relate with the world around you.